Hello and welcome back to another episode of The Longing, where today we are going to be continuing to read the Iliad by Homer. So, let's get going. Then thus pale Dolon with a fearful look, still as he spoke, with his limbs with horror shook. Hither I came, by Hector's words deceived. Much did he promise, rashly I believed. No less a bribe than great Achilles' car, and those swift steeds that sweep the ranks of war, urged me unwilling this attempt to make, to learn what counsels, what resolves you take. If now subdued you fix your hopes on flight, and tired with toils neglect the watch of night. Bold was thy aim, and glorious was the prize, Ulysses with a scornful smile replies. Far are the rulers those proud steeds command, and scorn the guidance of a vulgar hand. Even great Achilles scarce their rage can tame, Achilles sprung from an immortal dame. But say, be faithful and the truth recite, where lies encamped the Trojan chief tonight? Where stand his coursers, in what quarter sleep? Their other princes tell what watch they keep. Say, since this conquest, what their counsels are, or here to combat from their cities far? Or back to Ilion's walls transfer the war, Ulysses thus, and thus Eumedes' son. What Dolon knows his faithful tongue shall own. Hector the peers assembling in his tent, a council holds at Ilus' moment. No certain guards the nightly watch partake. Where Aeon fires ascend the Trojans wake. Anxious for Troy, the guard the natives keep. Safe in their cares the auxiliar forces sleep, whose wives and infants from the danger far discharge their souls of half the fears of war. Then sleep those aids among the Trojan train, inquired the chief, or scattered o'er the plain? To whom the spy their powers they thus dispose, the Paeons dreadful with their bended bows. The Carians, Corcans, the Pelasgian host, and Liliges encamp along the coast. Not distant far lie higher on the land the Lycian, Mysian, and Maeonian band, and Phrygia's horse by Thymbrus' ancient walls, the Thracians utmost, and apart from all. These Troy but lately to her succour won, led on by Rhesus, great Ioneus' son. I saw his coursers in proud triumph go, swift as the wind, the white as winter snow. Rich silver plates his shining car enfold, his solid arms refulgent flame with gold. No mortal shoulders suit the glorious load, celestial panoply to grace a god. Let me unhappy to your fleet be borne, or leave me here a captive's fate to mourn. In cruel chains till your return reveal the truth or falsehood of the news I tell. To this Tydides with a gloomy frown, think not to live, though all the truth be shown. Shall we dismiss thee in some future strife, to risk more bravely thy now forfeit life? Or that again our camps thou mayest explore? No, once a traitor thou betray'st no more. Sternly he spoke, and as the wretch prepared, with humble blandishment to stroke his beard, like lightning swift the wrathful falchion flew, divides the neck and cuts the nerves in two. One instant snatched his trembling soul to hell, the head yet speaking muttered as it fell. The furry helmet from his brow they tear, the wolf's grey hide, the unbended bow and spear. These great Ulysses lifting to the skies, to favouring Pallas dedicates the prize. Great Queen of Arms, receive this hostile spoil, and let the Thracian steeds reward our toil. Thee first of all the heavenly host we praise, O speed our labours and direct our ways. This said, the spoils with dropping gore defaced, high on a spreading tamarisk he placed, then heaped with reeds and gathered boughs the plain, to guide their footsteps to the place again. Through the still night they cross the devious fields, slippery with blood o'er arms and heaps of shields, arriving where the Thracian squadrons lay, and eased in sleep the labours of the day. Ranged in 3 lines they view the prostrate band, the horses yoked beside each warrior stand, their arms in order on the ground reclined, through the brown shade the fulgid weapons shined. Amid lay Rhesus stretched in sleep profound, and the white steeds behind his chariot bound. The welcome sight Ulysses first descries, and points to Diomed the tempting prize. The man, the coursers, and the car behold, described by Dolon with the arms of gold. Now, brave Tydides, now thy courage try, approach the chariot, and the steeds untie. Or if thy soul aspire to fiercer deeds, urge thou the slaughter while I seize the steeds. Pallas this said, her hero's bosom warms, breathed in his heart, and strung his nervous arms. Where'er he passed, a purple stream pursued his thirsty falchion, fat with hostile blood. Bathed all his footsteps, dyed the fields with gore, and a low groan remurmured through the shore. So the grim lion from his nightly den o'erleaps the fences and invades the pen. On sheeps or goats, resistless in his way, he falls and foaming rends the guardless prey. Nor stopped the fury of his vengeful hand, till 12 lay breathless on the Thracian band. Ulysses following as his partner slew, back by the foot each slaughtered warrior drew. The milk-white coursers studious to convey, safe to the ships he wisely cleared the way, lest the fierce steeds not yet to battles bred should start and tremble at the heaps of dead. Now 12 dispatched, the monarch last they found, Tydides' falchion fixed him to the ground. Just then a dreadful dream Minerva sent, a warlike form appeared before his tent, whose visionary steel his bosom tore. So dreamed the monarch, and awaked no more. 218. Ulysses now the snowy steeds detains, and leads them fastened by the silver reins. These with his bow and bent he lashed along, the scourge forgot on Rhesus' chariot hung. Then gave his friend the signal to retire, but him new dangers, new achievements fire. Doubtfully stood, or with his reeking blade, to send more heroes to the infernal shade. Drag off the car where Rhesus' armour lay, or heave with manly force and lift away. While unresolved the son of Tydeus stands, Pallas appears and thus her chief commands. Enough, my son, from further slaughter cease, regard thy safety and depart in peace. Haste to the ships, the gotten spoils enjoy, nor tempt too far the hostile gods of Troy. The voice divine confessed the martial maid, in haste he mounted, and her word obeyed. The coursers fly before Ulysses' bow, swift as the wind and white as winter snow. And with that we come to the end of the episode. So, as always, I will say my usual. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you all have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon or night, no matter what time of day it is. I hope you all have a wonderful one of it. And as always, we will be back tomorrow for more of The Longing. Goodbye.